Welcome back to day 16 of the Habit Challenge. We're doing something every day this month, whether we feel like it or not. Today, I'm going to talk about a helpful exercise you can do if you're feeling frustrated about a lack of progress towards your goals. But first, I got to get my feet up, get super comfy, some fuzz on my toes. Oh yeah, by the way, got to get all my feet up. I have Raynaud's, so if you see some discoloration on my toes and sometimes my fingers, they go a little bit yellowish, whitish. It's because I'm cold. And sometimes it happens from stress, but mostly because I'm cold. Yeah, I got some fuzz from the floor. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I'm going to give you some questions to answer. Basically, you're going to first look back to where you started and see how far you've come, and you're going to use that as the measure of your progress rather than feeling frustrated about your, not having gotten far enough from this point on and looking ahead as some measure of progress. Looking back is the true measure of progress. See where you started from. Look how far you've come since then. So we're going to answer some questions about that. And the second thing we're going to do is we're going to look ahead. We're going to think about our destination and plan out next moves in order to ensure success. So I have some questions for you relating to that. So first question, what have you put the most effort into over the past few weeks? Write this down as a reminder that you've actually been working on something. This is proof that you haven't been sitting around doing nothing. You actually have been working towards a goal. Maybe, for instance, you've been working hard on improving your diet. So write those things down. Next one, what are you the most proud of from the past few weeks? Write down some daily wins. Maybe you started eating vegetables at dinner. Maybe you managed to eat breakfast on a day that was super, super busy and hectic, and you don't normally have time for breakfast on those days. Write this stuff down. It's a great reminder to you that you have made progress. Next one, how will you celebrate your progress in some small way, some kind of high five you can give yourself, some small reward? It can really help to have that little reward along the way. Next one, what more would you have liked to accomplish? Write down all the things you think you could have done, would have done, should have done. These are all the shoulds, like, oh, I should have done this, this, and this. Write this down now so that you can let it go, okay? It's really important to get that written down and then you can get it out of your head and stop worrying about it. Next thing, what next thing can you do to move past what you think you should have done so that you can keep moving forward? So you think, I should have done this, this, and this over the past month. I should have made all these changes with my diet. I should be this far ahead, okay? What can you do next so that you can keep moving forward despite that? Write it down on your piece of paper. What's the next step you're going to take to keep on track? And now we're going to look ahead. Look ahead now to the next few weeks. What are you looking forward to the most? What are you excited about? What goal or, smaller goal are you ready to tackle? Write this down. Next one, what advantages do you think you have that will make progress more likely? What are your superpowers? Do you have any unique abilities? Maybe with wanting to improve your diet, maybe you have some cooking skills, and that's something that's super helpful. You know how to make food taste good, and that can be incredibly helpful when improving our diet to actually be able to cook and make those meals tasty, right? So write down your superpowers. What are things that you are good at? Next one, knowing what's coming up in the next few weeks, what are some things that are likely to stand in your way? What are some obstacles? Write these down. Maybe you have some event coming up, maybe a wedding, maybe a trip you have to take, and you feel like you won't have as much control over your diet. Okay, write this down. What are some potential obstacles that are going to come up in your path? And the last question, how can you prepare right now to make sure that those things, those obstacles don't get in your way? Right? And having written down those things, all the possible things that could stand in your way, think about how you can prevent them from sabotaging your progress. Maybe you're going on a trip and you can plan ahead. Okay, I'm going to go to the grocery store and buy some meals so I can have them in my hotel room. I can pick some healthy options. Maybe you can go online and search what restaurants you might be going to and look at their menu and find some healthy options in advance. Maybe you're going to a wedding, and similarly, you can think about how you can plan your day and your meals that day so that you can stay within your guidelines for the improvements you want to make to your diet, okay? So how can you avoid obstacles before they happen? So this exercise, looking back and planning ahead, can really give us a helpful perspective that we are in fact making progress. Look at all the things that we've accomplished. Look at all the work we've done. Give ourselves a high five for it. And it can also help us let go of those, oh, I should have done this, I would have, I could have. Let it go and then see how that can actually help us though to move forward. What are the next steps we're going to take, right? Here are the things that, we feel like we should have done. We didn't. Okay, what can we do next? So we can feel good about our progress, right? And figuring out potential obstacles and avoiding them so they don't derail us along the way. So yeah, these types of exercises, it's a lot of questions to answer, but they can really help give us that perspective and get us out of our head, because often we get caught up in our head and we think, we're feeling stuck, we haven't gotten anywhere. But when you see it written down like this, it becomes so clear how much work we've actually put in, right? And then it helps us figure out our next steps so we can keep moving forward. So that's it for day 16. We'll see you tomorrow on day 17. God. These videos are getting goofy. Have a good one.